1. Jesus calls Peter and Andrew. Jesus was walking by the Sea of Galilee. He saw two brothers, Peter and Andrew, throwing their nets into the water. Jesus said, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." Right away, they left their nets and followed him. 2. Jesus calls James and John. A little farther on, Jesus saw James and John, the sons of Zebedee, fixing their nets in a boat. Jesus called them, and they immediately left their father in the boat to follow him. 3. Jesus calls Matthew the tax collector. Jesus saw a man named Matthew sitting at the tax booth. He said, "Follow me." Matthew stood up, left everything, and followed Jesus. Later, Jesus ate at Matthew's house with many other tax collectors. 4. Jesus calls Philip. Jesus found Philip and said, "Follow me." Philip quickly believed and went to tell his friend Nathanael that he had found the one Moses and the prophets wrote about, Jesus of Nazareth. 5. Jesus calls Nathanael. When Nathanael came to Jesus, he was surprised that Jesus already knew him. Jesus said, "Before Philip called you, I saw you under the fig tree." Nathanael said, "You are the Son of God?" and followed him. 6. Jesus calls Simon Peter after the great catch. Peter and his friends had fished all night but caught nothing. Jesus told them to cast their nets again. They caught so many fish their nets almost broke. Peter fell to his knees, but Jesus said, "Don't be afraid. From now on, you will catch men." Peter followed him. 7. Jesus calls Thomas. Thomas was one of those who came to believe after hearing Jesus' teaching. Jesus called him to be his disciple, even though later Thomas would doubt. He became one of the faithful followers. 8. Jesus calls Judas Iscariot among the 12 chosen. Jesus also called Judas Iscariot. Though he later betrayed Jesus, at first he was trusted to keep the group's money and followed Jesus in his ministry. 9. Jesus calls Simon the Zealot. Simon the Zealot was a man full of passion for his people. Jesus called him to turn that passion toward God's kingdom, not earthly battles. Simon obeyed and became one of the 12 apostles. 10. Jesus sends out the 12 after calling his 12 disciples, Peter, Andrew, James, John, Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, Thomas, James son of Alphaeus, Thaddeus, Simon, and Judas. Jesus sent them out to preach, heal the sick, and tell everyone that the kingdom of God is near.